And a lot of these mistakes, you'll come to find, are actually coming from developers.
Yes.
Because they've been promised heaven by property developers. I would look at John as there needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
You need to know when you're increasing your prices, and you need to know when you're decreasing.
Yeah, sure.
Rising your Monday,
Yeah.
I stop rising your Friday.
Yeah, I know. Yes,
Okay?
yes.
You're working with several price strategies.
Yeah.
The first one I said, we offer weekly discounts.
Yes.
So that means mtu wa one day utamcharge tofauti na mtu wa 7 days.
Yeah.
Professional photos will influence your pricing power.
Yeah.
Because professionally taken photos are already a class when you're listing and you're booking. There's someone who comes into the actual listings with a budget in mind. Yes.
Yeah.
So hii kitu inakwanga very thin line, but you just have to find a balance. I'd rather have 30 days with average pricing other than 10 days of a pricing that I have set highlighting. Highlighting, there's no profits.
Yes. Yeah. Premium pricing or budget pricing? Premium or budget?
Budget. Okay. Premium pricing or budget depends on the housing.
Yes.
But let's go with budget for
budget. Instant discounts or loyalty rewards?
Instant discounts
or loyalty rewards?
Instant discounts.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered why two similar properties in the same neighborhood have completely different booking rates? One is fully booked weeks in advance, while the other one sits empty. Is it luck or is it strategy? Welcome to Beyond the Booking episode 6. And today we want to educate hosts and property owners about pricing, setting and nightly rates. Viewers today will get to learn how pricing psychology works, the perception and seasonality behind it, and how guests' experience influence occupancy and profitability. Again, if you're new on this channel, click subscribe. If you have not, click the notification bell, tap hapo, finya hapo, like and share to anyone who's going to benefit from this, whether it's a property owner, an aspiring Airbnb host or property owner. This is your channel. Stay tuned. And I'm joined by John, who will be at the background and will be asking us questions. We'll be having a conversation. So if you have any questions regarding how pricing is done, tell us in the comment section. Tell us how you normally do your pricing, how you would like to do your pricing, because there's a lot to be discussed in this session. Stay here.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Good, John.
I know pricing is one of the things that people tend to make a lot of mistakes, and I know this episode is going to open people up, teach, and we are also learning. Yes. So I think on to our first question will be, why do many property owners struggle with that pricing? Because you find people like someone either overprices, underprices, and then they end up saying, this business isn't working.
Yeah. The first mistake property owners make is they either work with one pricing, and a lot of these mistakes you'll come to find are actually coming from developers.
Yes.
Sorry to say that.
Yeah.
Because they've been promised heaven by property developers.
Yes.
And also the value of the investment that they've put into the properties themselves is enough to give them the confidence to feel like they can overprice certain units. So what they fail to do is they fail to do market research. They fail to go to the ground to find out why are people even traveling, who are their target customers. They have not specified a lot of that in their pricing strategy. So unapata property owner anakuja akiwa na locked mind. And we get that a lot. They approach us and they come and they say, hii nyumba hapana, says use less than 10,000 per night. If you look at the unit, it's a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, but based on how much they probably bought the apartment at and what they were told by the property developers, they come with a blocked mind of they have to achieve 10,000 shillings per night with 30 days booking Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because that can't happen.
Yeah,
that can't happen. It can happen if, yes, maybe the location is correct or maybe your target clientele, but it can't happen overnight. You can't just wake up, furnish a unit and price it at 10,000 pounds.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that's mistake number one, and a lot of developers have brought this on to the property owners.
Yeah.
The other thing is they do not factor in where they are pricing, where they are listing.
Yes.
A lot of them are offline.
Yeah, sure.
They don't even know that there's a place you can list your properties, and they start getting bookings.
Yes.
Or they know, but they don't know how to go about it.
Yeah, sure.
So they sit with their units empty.
Yeah.
Couple of days a month, and then now they say, hey, this is biashara.
Yeah, imekata. Yeah. But okay, I think that brings me to the next question. Does charging more mean making more money, or can lowering the price actually hurt your business? You know, because now that we're getting that overpricing can also, like, you know,
it can ruin the business. I think what I would look at, John, is there needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
You need to know when you're increasing your prices, and you need to know when you're decreasing.
Yeah, sure.
Pricing ya Monday.
Yeah.
Haiwezi kuwa pricing ya Friday.
I know.
Si watu wengi wanataka kutravel weekend.
Weekends, staycations.
Yes. Sasa wewe ili set price yako Monday.
Yeah.
Hakuna mtu wa kukuadjustia Wednesday, hakuna mtu wa kukuadjustia Friday.
Yes.
So unapata ile price ulikuwa umeweka Monday, amebook now Friday, hapo umeenda hasara.
Yeah.
Haya, pricing ya Friday haiwezi kuwa ya Monday.
Yeah.
After umemalizana na weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you need to adjust your prices to start attracting guys who are coming for business, for corporate work, for meetings, things like that.
Yeah,
so that is why you find a lot of applications would have weekly prices, weekly discounts, monthly discounts, and things like that. And you need to start adjusting that on a daily basis.
Yes.
So it's not about the lower prices or the higher prices. It's about pricing optimization.
Okay.
To fit seasonality.
Yes.
To fit weekends.
Yeah.
To fit your target clientele.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow. And then again, why is it that some properties remain fully booked while they are still expensive? Because there are cases like that where a property can be expensive, but they still remain like the occupancy rate still is like 80 to 90%. Why is it like that?
A lot of factors will come into play.
Yeah.
One is marketing.
Yes.
You're fully marketing the units.
Yeah.
Two, you have specified your target clientele.
Yes.
So maybe the first few days will not have a fully or occupied unit.
Yeah.
But with time, your target clientele will stick to a particular rate and price.
Yeah, sure.
Your location and amenities have to go hand in hand with the price that you're setting.
Yes.
There's no way you find a property going for 10,000 shillings and they have nothing to offer.
Yes.
Other than a bed and a place to sleep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So they must have backed that up with amenities behind it.
Yes.
So you'll find such places have heated swimming pools, they have saunas, they have steam baths.
Yes.
Yeah. So that followed by the marketing consistency that probably they've put out.
Yeah.
They've probably said it in the right places.
Yes.
They have probably set out what we call minimum nights.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So they don't just take up guys for 1 night, 2 nights.
Yeah.
They probably take 7 nights.
Yes.
So you see, by the time 7 nights are over, you're getting another client for 6-7 nights.
Yes.
That gives you some sort of
momentum and consistency. Yes.
Everything that you're doing.
Yes.
So yes, we do have houses that are very that price quite expensively, or on the higher rate, and they are fully booked. Yes. Or think about areas like that are on season.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Diani.
Yeah.
Think Diani. December kukoaje?
It's usually crowded and people are going for vacations.
People are going for vacations.
Yes.
So the prices are 25,000 per night.
Yeah, sure.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And you see, by the time that is set,
yes,
they have marketed themselves the whole year.
Yeah.
They know these are the places people are going to come based on the amenities there.
Yes.
There is a beachfront, there is a swimming pool, there is a chef being put out there, there is, you see.
Yeah,
so
sure.
that gives you a full occupancy. You can also do an average rate and still get full occupancy.
Oh,
so pricing is not a one size fits all.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of people work with one size fits all.
Yeah.
Vile umeweka Januari, unataka uende hivyo mpaka December.
That will mess you up.
That will mess you up.
Yeah, sure. Amazing. And so now that we have spoken about your target clientele, what actually determines whether guests perceive a property as worth the price that you have set? I know you've spoken of amenities.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of things will make the guests feel like the price is worth it.
Yeah.
But if you look at the previous videos, what we've talked about, sure, it's never about the price.
Yeah.
For me to feel like the place is worth it, there's a lot of conversation that has started before. Yeah, sure. There's talking about where the guest communication. How are you responding to these guests? Yes. How are you available to ensure that they have a seamless check-in process? Yeah. A lot of pricing, a lot of guest satisfaction starts from there. Yeah. It's never about the amenities. Yeah. The amenities are second or third. Yes. Based on what the client is all about. Yeah. I always give an example of 4-bedroom parklands. Yes. If you look at the 4-bedroom parklands, it's a 4-bedroom unit with 7 beds. Yes. Our target clientele are people who travel in large communities of big families or corporates. Yeah. But now, already before they even ask about the amenities, because I can count the number of times they have asked about whether there's a swimming pool or gym. Yeah. The fact that you have 4-bedroom units with 7 beds at an area that they are interested in, closer to their families or closer to the hospital they are going to, is enough. Yes. They never negotiate price. A lot of clients in that area. Yeah. And if they negotiate, then it's very little. Yeah, sure. You see. Yeah. Now that means already the unit is speaking to a specific target clientele. Yes. Without factoring the amenities. Yeah. So that is why I'm always very conscious when I'm advising property owners or hosts. Yeah. You can have a specific clientele. Yes. And you can go for a niche that is not taken up. Yes. Not widely taken up. Yeah, sure. So it's a specific niche, not just a studio unit or a 1-bedroom unit. Those are many, and a lot of people are already setting those up. Sure. Because I think every new host always they always think the easiest one to set up is a studio. And maybe because they want to also test the waters. Yeah, they want to test the waters. Yes, that's the easiest place to start from. Yeah. But if you have the capability to start from something else that is a niche, then you sit down, consult, and then get a niche based on the entry point into the market. Yeah. Because the business has been running for years. Yeah. You cannot come in the same way someone came in 5 years ago. Yes. You have to come in with a different mindset. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. And another thing about pricing is competitors, like copying competitors, because I know there are many people in the business and people tend to copy and paste. You have seen this one is pricing a 2-bedroom at this much. Maybe I should price it within the same range. Is it a good pricing strategy, or is actually messing people up? It is actually, in terms of pricing, it's not so bad. Yeah. Because one thing with pricing, if you have listed in the same platforms, yes, then there's what you call similar listing prices. Yes. When I'm doing the booking, I will compare. Yeah. prices similar.
Yeah, sure.
So while I could have a higher price, if I'm tending to go on the higher side, then it means something has to favor me to still maintain my higher price.
Yes.
It could be my amenities.
Yes.
It could be my customer service.
Yes.
It could be my 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
A lot of things can
maybe location.
Maybe my location.
Yes.
Is slightly different.
Yeah.
But if I am booking and I'm seeing similar listing prices, the same area, if you even leave out the location, the same area, kila mtu charge 6,000.
Yeah.
So there has to be a very good reason why mine is at 8 and 10.
Yeah, sure.
So pricing again differs. It's not a one size fits all.
Yeah.
A lot of factors have to come into play.
Yeah.
So it's very important to do that.
Yes.
Of course, the other downfall is hauwezi sema kuna mtu ana charge 3,000 for 2 bedroom, and you want to charge 3,000 shillings for 2 bedroom. Sometimes you have to stand your ground.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to offline customers.
Yes.
Unapata offline customer, your neighbor is taking 3,000 based on desperation.
Yeah, sure.
Based on things that they've not factored into place. They really need the 3,000.
Yes.
Then that's not a business strategy. You're not pricing strategically.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Stay grounded.
Yeah.
Work on your 6,000 or 5,000.
Yeah.
And maintain your price.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so we've just seen how new hosts make such mistakes of copy and cut and all that. But how do successful hosts or hosts that have been in the business for quite some time, how do they determine the pricing? Yeah.
They do optimization.
Okay.
If you've been in the business for quite some time, then you're probably not working with a single price strategy.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You're working with several price strategies.
Yeah.
The first one I said, we offer weekly discounts.
Yes.
So that means mtu wa 1 day utamcharge tofauti na mtu wa 7 days. Utamcharge tofauti na mtu wa 2 weeks. Utamcharge tofauti na mtu wa 1 month.
Yes.
Okay? Utamcharge tofauti na mtu wa 3 months. Like that. 6 months, 1 year.
Yeah,
okay?
Sure.
So that's number 1. Number 2, you can offer spontaneous discounts.
Yes.
Last minute discount. Early bird. Maybe I want to capture guys who are booking right now in December. Give the early bird discount. Think about if you're looking at what is it called? Last minute. I already said that. And so those are some of the things you can factor, put into play. Again, season hosts will always tend to check on their calendars daily. Not, in fact, you could even do twice a day. Because you want to play around with additional dollars, a reduction of dollars. Choose an algorithm. Because that's where the trick is.
Yes.
There are many thousands of people have listed, and you want to have your listing very dormant. Nobody has ever given you a review. Nobody has ever. Just an algorithm. You see? Try and factor that. And you'll find yourself having bookings back to back. Yes. So I think a lot of hosts do that. Then a lot of hosts also back up their work with offline gear. So you have online and offline. So that means you have different platforms where you get your clients from. So you balance. So for example, you'll find your online clients have a slightly lower rate. Why? The competition on online. Online is a bit too much. Then you couple that with your offline bookings. So you get your offline booking at even double the rate. Because the client came to you and you said, hey, saizi hata tunacharge 10,000 per night. Hey, una 10,000 fanya 9. Maybe hata online uko 7. So balance. So you try to balance that offline and online. And then you also try to, so that you always stay fully booked.
Wow. So how can hosts increase perceived value without adding major renovations or furnishers?
I think they can, you can like I said, one is the aspect of not staying at one place.
Yes.
So do not try and stick to one for source of listing.
Yes.
Multi listings will work, offline customers will work.
Yeah.
But I think what I would do when it comes to pricing is when it comes to your offline marketing, do not just dictate. And I've seen a lot of people trying on TikTok, various places. When you're positioning your house, position it with the value that it comes, the experience that the guests that are coming in will get to have. That way you're selling value and not selling price.
Actually, yes.
Because that's where a lot of people are. Please book with that 6,000 per night. Please book with that 10,000 per night. So what you want to bring out is the experience, the value. How will the place make you feel? Let the client ask, so how much do I need to pay to spend a night there? Okay? So that for me is a game changer.
Amazing. Actually that's very, very true. People tend to, when selling to a certain class of people, you tend to sell them value for their money, not price. And that's quite an amazing thing to note. So do professional photos influence the pricing power?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. Professional photos will influence your pricing power. Because very professionally taken photos are already a plus when you're listing and when you're booking. Okay. So that, of course, coupled or added with these other factors, location, size. You could take professionally taken photos, but there's no way you're going to charge it like a 4-bedroom. And it's a studio. So always charge 15K.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Lazima utacheza na price kidogo. So yes, they do have quite a, because that's the first thing the guest sees. So atakuwa appealed by that first. It is the first thing the guest sees. So already they like your unit. Because you've taken professionally very good photos in the video. So now price will not be a huge factor. Just play around now with a slightly higher market price than the usual, based on the size and based on the location. As kwa tunakupea nyumba sio Kimau. Okay, sawa. Okay, sio Kimau. Alafu tunakulipisha bei ya Kilimani. So such factors.
Okay. And so you've also mentioned something to do with discounts and all that. So when is actually like offering discounts a good idea? Like when, because I know you can't always be doing discounts. Yes. So when should someone be like offering these discounts?
Occasionally, actually, you'd be shocked. Discounts are actually offered occasionally and almost throughout. Do you know it's psychology, John? Unaingianga kwa duka
unauziwa
offer
199 when they have only removed 1 shilling.
Wamekuja how much? 1 shilling. It should be throughout the whole year actually. Yes, it's not only once. So that, but you play around. Na inaweza kuwa 199 but my previous price ilikuwa 299. So nime adjust ama nimepunguza na 1 bob peke yake. Unaona? So those are some of the games you play. It's pricing is a psychology. And that is why you go into these malls and you find offer. Hata sisi kwa offer. Hakuna offer umekupatia. But the fact that unaona kuna offer, utaingia pale. So discount is throughout. Play around with the weekly discounts, monthly discounts. Okay? Adjust your price higher, then now bring it slower. When you're offering the discount.
Okay. And so like can this pricing influence the type of guests you attract? And pricing influence the type of guests you're attracting?
Yes, sometimes yes. And I'll tell you why. There's someone who comes into the apps or the listings with a budget in mind. So what they do is they will set a budget. when they are doing their searches.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for where I'm going to spend 10,000 shillings per night.
Yeah.
So your pricing really affects that person's decision.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're falling into that category, automatically you'll be listed amongst the houses the person is looking for.
Yes.
Then they'll probably narrow down.
Yeah, sure.
I'm looking for this location or this size or this whatever.
Yes.
So at some point, yes, it does influence, but it's not 100% the only thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like another question would be, now this is from an honest perspective. I want you to answer me from an honest perspective. Would you rather have 30 bookings or 20 profitable bookings? And I know that also now comes from someone might be doing 30 days and maybe they're busy destroying things here and there. So you end up finding yourself making a loss. And maybe you have someone who's doing 20 and they are very well behaved. So that means you are making profit. Would you rather have 30 or 20?
Or 20 profitable bookings?
Yes.
First of all, the fact that you've added profitable on the second one, I'm leaning towards that.
Yeah.
20 profitable is better than 30 are not profitable.
Yes, sure.
But there are secrets I would like to give here and there, some tips that will really make a lot of hosts, owners, property owners think twice when it comes to bookings.
Yes.
While you could be listed on the app, and the app is getting you a discount, is getting discount for the app, is making you pay KRA, which is okay, and all these things. Sometimes the clients on the ground actually would pay even more. Based on season. It depends. So that's why it's always a balance. There's always one listing complementing the other. There is always one listing complementing the other. So if you look at December, while your prices could be set higher on the app, you'd attract guests. But based on experiences, ukiuliza property owners huku nje na hosts, wamehost for some time, watakwambia December they would rather block the calendar and get offline bookings. Why?
I think because of that profitability.
Because of that profitability. The client who's offline is not going to bargain so much. And you probably come to an understanding based on terms, usage, this is what you do, this is what you're setting up, this is what you're doing. A lot of things you can agree. A lot of clients or customers that come through the app, they are bounded by the laws or rules.
So
so you find it quite hard to negotiate, you find it hard to discuss, or they find it quite hard to agree, or even say, why are these curtains like this? Seem to mtaelewana na yeye. And sometimes business, you need people wenye mtaelewana na wao. Utaambia hii curtain ilikuwa hivi, but wacha ni kusort. Yeye anaenda na vile application imesema. So you find that in that process what happens, you have damages that you have to maybe incur, maybe kuna mtu amefunja vitu.
And I actually remember there's a client we had issues with last year. It was last year. We have hosted them for a whole month. And we ended up
we do not
literally not making any
whole of December for that unit. Because a lot of back and forth. The unit has what we need fumigation, and if you look at what they are mentioning, it's neither here nor there. We have curtains, they need to be, our daughter has allergies and everything, and we're thinking this is my best selling unit. There is no way I'm having all those issues in that house. You go there, our cleaners were always in that place trying to sort out their issues, cleaning daily. You're trying to explain to them that it is not what they think. So you have to really make a tough decision. You better get an offline client, show them the unit, they like the unit, they like it, and you agree. Other than spending your time trying to convince a client that probably was not meant for that unit.
Sure.
I feel like the expectations were exceeded our our house. And if they were offline clients, then they would have viewed the unit even beforehand, so they would not have booked, which would have saved us a hassle.
Sure. So one last thing on that, should hosts focus on revenue or occupancy?
Occupancy. See, for me, occupancy is very important.
Yes.
Revenue and occupancy is very important.
Yes.
Sometimes they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But it is the same price if I put it back to you.
Yeah.
Would you rather have 30 days with average pricing than 10 days with high pricing?
I'd rather have like I think 30 days with
average pricing.
Yes, average.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hii kitu inakwanga a very thin line. But you just have to find a balance. I'd rather have 30 days with average pricing. Other than 10 days overpricing that I have set high likely there's no profits. Yes.
Okay, so
30 days averagely, I have 30 reviews.
Yes, 30 reviews. Actually.
Or 20 to 30 reviews. So that means I have more clientele.
Yes.
It means 30 people have known my unit.
Yes. Which builds trust.
Which brings the bigger client.
Yes.
Other than 10 days.
With because even if you say you're charging premium for the 10 days compared to 30 days, you find you still not like reach the 30 days.
You will still not reach the price for the total cumulative price for the 30 days.
Sure. Okay, so we want to jump into another segment which is quite exciting, rapid fires. So for this, there's only one rule. You choose one and you explain the ones you can explain, or the ones that are self-explanatory, you leave them, right? So we start, premium pricing or budget pricing? Premium or budget?
Budget. Okay. Premium pricing or budget depends on the house, the unit. But let's go with budget for
budget pricing. Okay. Luxury amenities or competitive pricing? Luxury amenities or competitive
pricing? For now, I'm leaning towards luxury amenities.
Yes.
I think all this depends on the stage you are in as a host. Yes.
Okay. Free extras or lower night rates? Free extras or lower, the extras are things like welcome basket and or lower night rates.
Lower. I'm leaning towards lower night rates. I think my experience has taught me the extras really differ with clients. A lot of clients will have allergies. They don't take this. They don't take a bottle of wine. They have different ethnic backgrounds.
Yes,
so you find yourself going on a loss. You've
gone an extra mile.
And someone for a client that is not looking at those. Sure. I would rather give you a lower likely rate. And accommodate that.
Amazing. That's good. Another question would be instant discounts or loyalty rewards?
Instant discounts
or loyalty rewards?
Instant discount.
Okay.
Think about how many repeat customers do people have. Countable.
It's quite countable. And most of them are actually offline clients.
So maybe offer them loyalty rewards for the next time they come in. When what they want right now is give us a discount. Stay for 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yes, sure.
So discount, good review. With that good review, they will book again with you.
Amazing. Price based on competitors or guest demand?
Price based on competitors or guest demand? Based on markets. Price based on market rates.
Professional management or self-management?
Professional management.
Dynamic pricing or fixed pricing?
Dynamic.
Repeat guests or new guests? Because I know, when someone repeats, maybe the time they were coming, the prices were different. Now when they are coming, they are set on that price. You give them in say March when the seasons were going lower. Now it's a higher season and they want the same
price, and then you have a new client. Who's working with new price. It's a bargain. So but that is why when you have a number of units, it becomes easier. For now, we can comfortably say we can handle the new client, repeat clients, because there's always a unit that is going to fit this other client. So diversity is very important. As people scale, let them not look at one house, especially season hosts. Wakati mtu ameshikilia unit moja, ana complain nyumba imeletei pesa, yet anaweza grow aweke nyumba zingine mbili, alafu economies of scale itafanya balance.
Amazing. Flexible cancellation or strict cancellation? Strict, okay.
Strict cancellation. I think flexible has really shown us. They book clients book in August, and then they cancel, and you're planning ahead, so strict, but or in between strict, so we have like moderates there.
Sure. Okay, upgrade amenities or reduce rates?
Upgrade amenities
or you reduce the rates?
Oh my God. Depends. You can't upgrade amenities because a lot of these properties are already the way they are. So you can't upgrade.
Maybe the house or the.
But you can balance the price. You can balance, like I said, pricing optimization. Let's not say reduce rate, so optimize upwards and downwards. Unaweza pandisha. Ndio sasa hata ndio attract bookings.
Okay. Amazing. I think that's quite it.
For today, rapid fire questions. Thank you so much. Thank you, John. Now you've had everything to do with pricing. We can have more sessions and we can discuss more pricing. Tell us in the comment section, how has pricing affected your booking? Which applications are you using on your pricing? What are you doing when it comes to booking? And if you're a guest or if you're a property owner, how are you doing your optimizations? So what could each owner improve? Okay, let's talk about myth versus reality. Lower prices always attract more bookings. Is it a myth or a reality? Tell us in the comment section. The reality, however, is guests don't simply buy the cheapest option. They book the property that offers the best value. Smart pricing, great presentation, strong reviews, and excellent hospitality often outperform lower prices alone. And we've said it in many of our sessions, all the episodes of Beyond the Booking. This is something that I've mentioned. How you treat your clients, the hospitality that you give them outperforms the lower prices anytime. All right? Make sure you subscribe, share. Any property owner that is going to benefit from this session, please tell them to subscribe and learn from this session. Pricing isn't about the highest amounts that you're setting up. It is about understanding the market, your guests, and the value your property delivers. Sustainable success comes from balancing occupancy, profitability, and outstanding guest experience. Without that balance, then you're probably not doing justice with what you have already at hand. All right? See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was amazing.